Okay, guys. So welcome everybody. We are live right now on Facebook, YouTube, and X and Clubhouse. Right now, we need to update people regarding about the insecurity going on in Nasser. So welcome to those of you turning in Lagos State Media and South Sudan Eagle Media. So please start sharing this. We are live in Clubhouse, and I have a lot of people in Clubhouse can weigh in. Before I give a chance to the guests in Clubhouse, I would like to send my heartfelt condolences to the people who lost their lost one on that crisis going on in Nasser. So for being said, please share the video and basis the opening discussion regarding about insecurity going on in Nasser. So we hope the situation will be under control. For that, Joseph, let me yield microphone back to you in Clubhouse and give us the guests to talk. So, Fadl.
Thank you. Go ahead, Honorable God.
Thank you very much, Brother Majid. The rest were on the stage in the clubhouse. Let me begin also, as you did, let me join you by passing my condolences to the life lost and the loved ones in unfortunate tragic incident that happened in Nasser from yesterday, Monday, to today, Tuesday morning, until the midday. What happened when we said the government is in control of Nasser is that we were in touch with the sources on ground. They were fighting yesterday.
Those of you on the live, can you guys hear it? Put the thumb up if you guys can hear the people in Clubhouse.
Happened to be an outforce of Nasser town. That members of the SSPDF have just left that position and they went to headquarters. The headquarters where Commander Majak is, who have just actually talked to these people who talk to me now. And you know, someone knows Nasser, the deployment in the headquarters is very complex. It's different from deployment of the outforce that the White Army was saying they have indeed overrun. No clear verification of that rumors, but in fact, let me tell you, as we speak now, our commander, the head commander of SSPDF in Nasser, is still in his old position in the trenches in Nasser, and the commissioner of Nasser has just been speaking right now, and that's why Ambassador called me, and actually our MP, who is the chief whip, were together with Ambassador. They were talking. They are sons of that area. They called me and they want to let me. I will not explain to you that. Let me pass this information to where they can be helped to coordinate a process of the escalation of the situation tomorrow. The suggestion, they say they have talked to White Army, although unfortunately, also the one who was commanding White Army, gentleman called Tor, he was unfortunately killed today. He is not there, but they talked to other guys who are reachable to them. They said, don't go and attack the headquarters of the SSPDF again. Stop there. You are going now to be sent back. You go back to your own places. You separate from IO, because they said it is the IO actually who was actually mobilizing the White Army, and the White Army is the one who has actually got more losses than the IO. And IO, they have returned back to their base. But now the White Army, as we speak, are the one in that outforce. And the headquarters of the army, the brigade that is in Nasir, is intact. The commander, the officers, the rest of forces are actually with them in the trenches. So there is no anything of that saying that the Nasir has fallen. The Nasir has not fallen. The outforce might have been evacuated. They have gone from outforce to the headquarters. And now our people, the sons and daughters, the leaders of Wulang and Nasir are doing their best to separate the SSP, the IO from the White Army. And this is very good news. This is a good news. We shall be hearing something different tomorrow. You will hear tomorrow the White Army that are now in the outforce have gone back like by the way, the IO, according to the ambassador, whom I was talking to, have already actually withdrawn from the town, and they left White Army there to get excuse that they were not part of the conflict. You see how they do their things, and they are the one who actually mobilized the White Army to go to Nasser, to go and attack the Nasser. So there's a man called Gutor, something like that. Tor is the one killed. Tor is the one killed. He's a member of White Army. There's somebody who's a commander.
Tor and his three brothers are gone.
Yeah, that's okay. These are White Army. It's unfortunate. We don't wish them to die. But there's somebody who is a commander of his name I just forgot, and I was told of IO. Yes, has withdrawn his troop this evening back to a border of 8 kilometers is what I was told. But they are going to go behind further because they have been told here that what you are doing, you are putting your leaders in danger because they have already heard that their commander, the chief of staff, is already confined. So this is a situation. To those who are listening to us, a situation in Nasser, we should expect the escalation of the situation tomorrow. It is not worrisome again, and the government is in control of Nasser as we speak. There's no capture of Nasser as per se. So this is a real fact from the on ground that I want to give you. I thank you very much. In any question you want to ask, Brother Madit, who is in the other outlet, if anyone would want to ask any question, that question is welcome, and I'll give what I know, what I have already been told. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Bishop.
Thank you, Brother Joseph. Let me make my question very quick to Your Excellency Duar. Duar, you said like right now you guys in process of separating your SPDF forces from
guys, it sounds good to you guys. So you guys good? So let me know if the volume is good.
Yes, the IO were the one who were mobilizing this fight, and they mobilized along with them innocent members of the White Army, those who don't know anything. Now, as we speak now, there's a quarrel already between, and they have already mentioned them. I don't want to speak names here. Those the mobilization, to the extent they pay money to some of these groups of the White Army, are going to be hand down by law. The law will take its own course. So why do we say we want to separate them? You cannot hold White Army responsible for what has been done by the IOs. IOs have to be held responsible for this in totality because they are the one doing it.
Okay, give me a second. Let me try to connect with that.
went to assault with the White Army, and they went and left them there. If they were not criminal, they went and left them there. They are now, a White Army are still in town, in that force that I was saying, our force. And these guys who are very clever, they have withdrawn so that they cannot be made responsible for it. You see? Can you see the thing? So you can separate the two forces now by treating IO alone and leave these innocent young boys alone, and you'll deal with them through what the leaders are. So they don't have anything to do with IO. They don't have that ideology of IO. So they will be dealt with.
What about now, guys? It sound good?
Approach them differently. It will not be just like.
Thank you.
It will not be what IO will have to face, because IO have already violated the agreement. So in that case, those who are responsible for mobilization will be held accountable by law. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. I just want to remind everybody we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, so make sure any information you share over here are correct. Make sure information are correct, and we don't want incite violence. And then we need to make sure everything we say will not affect our people back home. So that's what I want to say. And then Magog, don't go away, because Madit warned you. There's some video. Madit will play them, and then you will translate them from Nuer language. Charles, I see your hand. Can I go ahead?
Just pass one person, and because you want to stop driving. Just pass one person. I'm just one person.
Okay. All right. Then while we are waiting for Madit to play some video, I'm gonna give a chance to peace loyalty.
My brother, hello. Yeah, good evening. Look, I think what's happening in Nasir is very unfortunate. And both sides, being the SSPD
thank you, my good
Nasir, have lost a lot. And it's I think it's taken our country to a place in which we don't want to be. We're at the brink of war currently. I think this whole issue, speaking truthfully and in my opinion and what I've heard and what I've seen, I think the first blame goes to the government of South Sudan. I think it's a huge miscalculation from their end, sending the Abu Shuk and Agwelek to a hotspot like Nasir. I think that's the first mistake. It's a miscalculation. Why? Because the people of Nasir see these forces coming in as a hostile force, and they hold grudges, whatever those grudges may be. They hold grudges towards these forces in particular, and I think it's unkind. Such a force with such history, because they have history with the people of Nasir. When you send them, it causes, Please do not interrupt me. Please do not interrupt me. Please do not. Yeah, Magog, you will come next. So I think that's the first blame. And again, just to make my stance clear, I do not support the SPLM, nor do I support the SPLM-IO. I'm a man of peace. I'm for the people, but the truth must be said. I think the only opportunity we have for de-escalation is now, before things get out of hand. And I think we as South Sudanese need to take this issue very serious and handle it with care, because this will engulf our country into war, and we don't want that. We don't want, if a Nuer dies, a Dinka dies, a Shuluk dies, we are all one people. You know, why are we beating the drums of war? We shouldn't be okay with this. We need to de-escalate, and the only way that will happen is through dialogue. Through dialogue, the government of South Sudan needs to get in touch with people at the grassroots, and really make their stance known. That this is that, and they need to compromise, not only just through words. I think the government needs to compromise, because that's what a government does. If a government is genuine and they see that their people, their civilians are worried, and they're worried to the point they've picked up arms, not saying it's the right way to go about. Not saying that, but if that's what's happened, then there needs to be compromise from both sides. And I know it's easier said than done. I know there's a lot of history. I know it's very complex. There's a huge, power struggle within the government. I know there's a lot of stuff going on, but this is what needs to happen. It needs to be dialogue, and the reason why is because we're at the brink of war, as I stated earlier on. We're at the brink of war, and war is disgusting, and it's painful, and there's no winners. You know, you may think you're strong, and you can. There's no winners in war, especially when we're fighting a war that doesn't need to happen, and that's from both sides. So to put it plainly, I stand for peace, and I really think these events are unfortunate, and the blame goes to the government initially. This huge miscalculation, sending these forces to Nasir, and it needs to be undone, or there needs to be some sort of compromise. Yes, I understand the government cannot back down. It will lose its strength if it completely backs down. I understand that, but I also understand that the realities of war and the complexness of our nation, and how societies have been militarized. And the people of Nasir, they're willing to fight. And I'm not saying that to boast, or to have bravado and say they're willing to fight in that sense. Yeah. Sorry, brother. I'm just
10 seconds.
30 seconds. I say that to say that our country is very complex, and people are sick and tired of war. And when people are sick and tired of war, situations occur which pushes people to act irrationally, even within the government. And I think this is what's happening now. People are sick and tired, and there's people behind the scenes that are trying to push for this war, and push and pull, and there's a huge game going on. And if we don't wake up and sit down and actually have dialogue, then we're gonna head back to war, unfortunately. So thank you, and I pray that doesn't happen.
Joseph, I'm ready.
Thank you so much, Peace. I asked a question. I see you raise on Peace. I asked a question earlier. Are you still for peace, or you joined the war? You say no, you did not join for war. You still advocate for the peace. But the language you speak now, you joined the war. The reason why I say you already joined the war, yeah, you're not for peace. Yeah, because I asked you a reason, no, you still for, but you joined the war because you blame the government. You said because they deployed Agwelek and Abu Shok, and you call Agwelek Abu Shok as a militias, which is Agwelek, they are not fighting. They're not going to fight. They are just going to take the forces there, and then they will come back with the barracks. That is the one. Number two, IO, they are militias. So if Abu Shok is a militia and Agwelek is a militia, what's wrong with the militia to go to where there's another militia? What is wrong with that? That is what number two. Yeah. Just keep your mic close. That's what you said. So you say you're blaming the government, and then you did not even blame IO, or you did not blame the White Army, because that's not the solution. Even if they are militia, they don't want them militia there. They should let them go in, and then they can work it out through the local government. You guys have a commissioner, have a representative of the area. They can just talk with the parliament, with the government, and then they can work it out, not to take the gun and fight. So what they're doing now, they're wrong. And he's supposed to blame them too, but you don't want to blame them because you joined the war. Madit, can I go ahead? And then Madit, where is Magog? Magog, might be good, my lord. It will not stay for long.
If I could,
yeah,
just clarify one point.
Yeah, just wait, please. Yes, Madit want to say something.
Yeah, it's Magog went out. Let Magog come back because this video I want to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna wait for Magog or anybody can translate that Nuer. If somebody down there wanna come up translate from Nuer to English or Arabic, let him come up. Another time, especially not Danabadangel. I think today is here. Today, Ari.
I think peace can do it. Yeah.
No. Peace join the war. He's on what side? Peace.
Oh, my brother, I haven't. You need a backup as well. For peace, you need a backup.
Rest in peace, I see your hand, and then Charles is waiting here. Get there, rest in peace. I see
No,
you.
I just wanted you to bring Young Nation up, but I think you guys saw
okay. Charles,
if you guys want to open hand raise or start dropping people, I can personally drop my.
Okay, Charles, gonna go for 1 minute, and then we're gonna keep moving the line.
It's gonna be 2 minutes. I don't know if member of the parliament is listening.
I don't make a debate. Just make your point.
No, it's not debate. I'm not come for debate. Is it? I hope you listen.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Yeah, yes, you came out. And this is what we are saying now. I say, 3/4 is not controlling by, and you prove it here, because when you say the forces of the government forces, they went to the headquarters. That means the other garrison around Nasir area was been left to the IO and the White Army. And this is what we have been telling. Okay, now you came up also with the issue of the men. Just imagine, this came up from your mouth. All the money will be taken from Juba, to the other side, and people have been distributing money. And that's why we said this issue of the IO and the government, it is between Salva Kiir and Riek Machar. And now the blame will going to go down to the other member of the parliament of the Nasser area, with the IO speaker and so on and so on. But the reality here, it is between Riek and Salva Kiir. Why it took so long for those armies to be transferred? And those guys, they've been complaining since 2019. To be transferring, and now you are transferring in 2024. Why it took too long after the government extended, the new period of the government? Do you think that there's no tension between Salva Kiir and Riek Machar again in this government again to put people in the war? Forget about the IO and forget the army and the White Army. Just specific to those two leaders, and you can see their circle messaging in the social media. What's going on between Riek and Salva Kiir? Are they in one side of the agreement, or they just want to collapse this agreement? Thank you.
Magog, don't go away. But Honorable Dwar will talk, and then Madit want to play the video, so you can listen. Don't go away, Magog. Honorable, go ahead, and then Magog will work with you.
Yes. Thank you, Charles. Charles, as to what will happen to agreement. It's all of us, we know it. Agreement was signed by the two principals plus other political force who joined together in that negotiation 2018. First, it was in 2015 when there were only two principals, two partners of the agreement. But then when we went and revitalized, where we found ourselves, we had more than two parties that were signatories to agreement. Now, the problem is, who has the forces that are actually terrifying and trying to threaten the existence and the implementation of the peace agreement? Obviously, you can get answer because the SPLM have already distanced themselves away from being put together with the SSPDF, because SSPDF has already had element of integration that was partly done, although the whole of chapter 2 was not completed. There was phase 1 of chapter 2 training and integration that was done, and you can see also the officers that came by agreement from the SPLA-IO were also integrated into the command and command and leadership structure of the SSPDF.
And that's why you have Gabriel Roblam as the deputy chief of staff, who was actually chief of staff of the IO, and so many other officers and men who are actually part and parcel now of the SSPDF. So here, why did you leave the bulk? The question is, why did the IO leave the bulk of army that are now making problem? And actually, they are cutting for them, and that's why I was saying here there was a detected payment that was done recently by the members of the IO who are actually part of the government. They took money and went and paid them to that bulk of forces who are outside, and went and told them. That was mobilization by itself. I'm not accusing anyone, by the way, but I want to be so clear. And I told you earlier, when I speak here, I'm not speaking neutral. I am speaking as SPLM, because we have already distanced ourselves from any association with forces. The forces are being commanded by the SSPDF, general the headquarters. They are completely non-partisan. We should be refraining from keeping forces. This is not that is not the spirit of the agreement. So IO, who are members of the government here, some of them took money and went and paid just a few days ago or a week. They went and paid this money, you see, and this money now were paid in order for them to get mobilized and go and deny SSPDF deployment of the forces that are coming from Malacca. Can you see how the confused situation? They did not do it alone. They should have done it alone as IO. They went as far as also mobilizing innocent children. We call them children, by the way. Some were born in 2006, and some were even later than this. You see, they went and mobilized them and sent them to the front line to go and die for their own interest. Why do you mobilize civilians? If you want to be responsible leader, don't mobilize civilians. You rather mobilize them, recruit them, come and train them, and become part of your force. This is where you can blame. This is where we blame the IO in, because the IO actually went against what is the principle of the agreement is. They have violated the agreement. That is not true. You cannot mobilize people. You cannot mobilize your own private army and send them to go and attack a SSPDF that has been already integrated and has other components with it, and they are going to redeploy. Why do you do this? Which country are you keeping alone? That's very bad. So I thank you, by the way, that the confusion is in Juba. Confusion is not with the innocent people who are down there. They are very innocent. If they are told truth, they cannot attack anybody. But this has come a time now for us to speak one voice and de-escalate the situation that is now changed. They have to be told to refrain from this and actually withdraw back to their own villages. As I was told by my colleagues, those who went and talked to me when they called me here. And this should be the message we should carry forward. All of us in the clubhouse and in other social media outlets, we should carry this message with us. Go and tell our people, you de-escalate the situation, demobilize, go back to your own villages. Nobody will follow you. You will be sent people whom you will respect and get the right message from them. So the only thing now, we are not saying ceasefire. Ceasefire will who? There were no fighting forces. There were only misunderstanding of a confused element who tried to subject innocent people to the problem. Because you cannot mobilize an army. That is very bad. It's a crime. So thank you very much.
Yeah, no, I'm not asking you more, but you forget something. No, I'm not asking just a young man. Would confirm me, is it the government control the whole Nasir from your mouth?
Yes, the government is in control because the headquarters of the government is now under control of the government. Government is there. The commander is there and the forces are there. And even the commissioner has already contacted the commissioner of Nasir. who will be coming tomorrow, who is also IO, you see, and then see how they do their thing. So he will come tomorrow. They will meet with the commander, and they will see how they has played this situation, and then the light goes on. So the town itself, Nasir, is under control of the government.
Thank you. But you can play the video so we can let Majak go.
Okay.
Majak, we don't want to hold him here in this room for long.
Okay. Actually, I have two, but let me get out from this one first. Okay, so can you guys hear me? Yeah. Okay, there's a video that caught my eye in social media, and this video is the person, one of the White Army, and he's dressed up of Sudan. Let me see. I'm not going to play it yet. He's dressed up Sudanese uniform, military combat. I think Honorable Duar, you shared that on your wall too. So I want to play this, and then you guys, I have three video. So, and this person, this is why I say that this is not only White Army is fighting in Nasir. There are some element in the Sudanese that joined this war, and this person he's speaking in Tongnas. So, Magog, are you ready to translate that? Let me play the video.
Ana baga mal gan nde ko ande alla yenten ja baga mal ngana mandono ko rok chelo in live ke jara
Sound
iron
is
wa
not there, so okay, sorry guys. So Joseph, can you go ahead and give other person a chance to fix the sound here, volume?
Ana baga mal gan nde ko ande alla yenten ja baga mal
Yeah, go ahead, take your 5 to 6 minutes because we have people waiting.
Yeah, okay. My one is not that long. Thank you. Why is not? All members of panelists and audience down there. My one was actually a wonder because last week we heard that it is a White Army that are demanding the deployment of unified forces. And then yesterday I was actually on social media, Facebook, and I could see all these heavy machine guns. It was actually a wonder for me if such a weapon could be held by the civilian. If you could look onto my profile picture there, then it would be a wonder. How do the civilian hold such big machine guns and 14.5 two barrels and so many, and even the tanks. I could see tanks. Some people were sitting in front of the tanks, and this is a wonder. Who are these people? Are they really a White Army, or is there someone behind them? That was my wonder, and that's why I would like to ask Honorable Duar to give me what he knows. But I believe he has actually answered some part of my question because he said that it was the IO of Riek Machar who are actually fighting behind the scene and pushing forward the White Army and say that they are the White Army who are actually fighting. At the same time, it is also a wonder where a civilian would demand the National Army not to be deployed. I have never heard. All of us, we have some IO members in so many states in South Sudan. Like myself, my county is under the leadership of the IO. And during that, those 2 years, there was so many deployment of the SPLA, of the SSPDF in our area. We never asked that we need unified forces. So here is a wonder too. What is the unique about the Nasir for them to demand this, and seeing the artillery that they are holding, it give a wonder too. Well, all of us, we know that all civilians are holding the guns, but the guns that they are holding are not like like this machine gun that is being displayed on my screen there. The only machine gun that we could see now is RPG, that the heavy machine that they could have. They have PCAM. These are the machine and AK-47. These are the only gun that could be held by the civilian. But seeing this 14.5 two barrels and this machine gun in front of my screen, I don't even know that name of that machine gun. That was my wonder. If I could get a clarification from Honorable Duar and Honorable Edmund Yakini and many others people. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Maulana, what your 6 minutes?
I'm ready.
Maulana.
I couldn't sleep. But before I do that, let me greet you, Joseph, 1956, Edmond, Madit, Duar, and the rest of the. And then, what army are you reading? The problem, Ajama, we have in Sudan is the structure of the system itself. A nation that does not keep its secret, a nation that does not have people who are capable to communicate the information correctly. As it happened because of communication. If there was a good communication, all these things would have been taken care of. But communication is not good. In addition to that, why is Nasir town is important? And why are we lying? If we are defeated, accept that I'm defeated. Simple as that. Maditaban, I know you are in the live show, so for my name to be registered under my speech, instead my name is Agula Agul Wine. It's a type Gula Agul Wine. Nasir Ghani be Facebook, do you know me very well? Why Nasir is important? Recently, for the last few days ago, when the tension was high, we have a rebel leader, member of National Salvation Army, came up and admit, and he said that he will be the leader and will be the one to command the forces that will take Nasir. As we speak now, I don't think that he was trying to control Nasir. And if Nasir has fallen, except Nasir has fallen, it is a town. In 2013, that Felmayo has taken all of more than quarter of South Sudan. Did that Felmayo succeed in the end? It was defeated. And also it's good for you to admit that you are defeated because fighting, you get defeated and you defeat. But the question is a good when I was giving this information. Excuse me, let me break you. No, you have repeated it 3 times. You need to also be given the right one. You see, when I was giving this information, when I was talking to Ambassador and to my colleague, the honorable member, who came from the same They were talking with somebody in Nasser inside. And this is what the explanation came from. I'm in Juba and I cannot lie. Why should I lie?
I'm not
You hear this?
I didn't call you a liar, but also you shouldn't have been here with us at the social media in the first place. Simple as that, according to me.
No, but I want to interact. I want to interact with Junubin. I'm not inciting anybody.
Based on the institutions who want to succeed, information is very important and must be put under control. As PLMI order, as PLMI got to you, brother. What is the relationship between the SPLMIO and the White Army? There has to be a distinction between these two. At the same time, why did the information of the rotational to the force of Nasir was not communicated correctly? Why? If this information was passed accordingly, and I'm attacking all these, more than nothing matter, let us admit that 70%, 70 million shop like in Sudan shop jihad. The shop jihad, and for you to succeed in a time like this, you need to send the information correctly. And the wrong and information is misunderstood, it could trigger into a violence and death. Now we are seeing it.
To the civilians or to the IO?
Whether in some, whether it could be IO, could be non-IO, that could be Magog. Now,
Conclude.
I have
6 minutes. That 10 minutes, the 6.
But you are interrupting me. As my Joseph in the Kalam like me, what I will say, I will not even go long because what I'm saying here is supposed to be understood. Because I am against such a move, and South Sudan government, few days ago, why the government of South Sudan hesitated. It's supposed to move forward, but army was hesitated not to move. When you have a rebel leader declared, and you have, Joseph, I have information, and I would need Malumat.
Brother.
And I first, one second, and I first,
conclude.
Mafia gole finance. Mafia.
I'm not good at politics. I must
why do they attack the army violence? They're supposed to go fight them over there in Wunan.
Conclude. Go ahead, conclude.
هذا المعلومات حكومة السودان now
you are double face now.
كلام كامل double face. لأن حكومة السودان now I heard قال في عسكري السوداني من شمال السودان لابس a uniform to شمال السودان. حكومة السودان after the killing on January 10th, January 15, when we have lost 8,000 slaughtered في Kanavi of Medini, Yaziri State, Sudan government was very furious when our foreign minister went to the United Nations and requested the United Nations Security Council and African Union to investigate the killing of South Sudanese. And Sudan government started to train administrators in Sudan in Eritrea to bring them to war so the war will start in NASIR. Why?
My brother, I think you are thinking they are not fair. Why the government of South Sudan, they ignore
I drop you down.
Before we are impatient and you don't want to hear the good that will even save your life. This one I will see here because I know I want this SPLMI order to be stopped for good. But I want the government to do the right way. I will never rebel against South Sudan, but I will poke your eye if you're not doing things right. Please try to remember what happened in 1948 when the Jewish state get their country. They built a very strong a very strong spy called Mossad. And they're able to track down every criminal that has killed them in 1945. They admire Rwanda were killed one by one, including the last one was Ahmed in 1944, in 1967. So Makumi and University, but let's start with
around. Don't.
No, I'm going to take my. I'm going to. You guys don't want people to die.
Yeah, it's still too early. 6 minutes, yeah. Everybody was down to 6 minutes. Magala, Ashangala, Magame, put the logo, taking a was in a Talata, a young nation, Sunila. It's only two, actually, only two. For video, we can come or young nation, and then you can come back again.
Okay.
Okay. Play the video.
Okay, let me play the video and then Magog get ready. So this video is Tongnas, and the person who is speaking here is one of the White Army, and he's wearing a Sudanese uniform for combat. So listen to it.
Gan ndio kon dia legend tin sia ba ko mala. Ngana
How
man
did you guys?
Chelo in live.
Yes.
Ke jara iron wang bar ma chale Nasir County. Masi je gore ba belar ya masi metot. Dia je dong rame ku nga follow ko Facebook.
You want
masi chen news ni.
Yeah, Madit, stop every 30 seconds, so Magog can.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Magog. Very good.
Tang ra wala cha chap den daro cha ko to ka wai na. Ko kor men de bai to. Cha update do cha nei boka wen mi chwale loyal ka dom.
Go ahead.
I'm going to update, begin update in Jidisi. Ude, Kani, they got the good and we're got the Gulinu. The Mauga look in answer as a Ugan, Torabona, Primani, listen to Doma.
Lakin chi te ga tana te ji Facebook ne leb maybe chiran to ka wai na dong chiran link. So ye ne ti ben ka live ki dun ko tong no ara ka ye no ara ban ko ta yen. Alakon
Gal finance mabas na Ingilizi yaona Majak anaje na gol nafsa kalamu gol de ko ta so chana ko famo
ane book ka jan re ron wang ma woj mi wale loyal ka dom ka ulang county ti gen chip kel jero de je ga ma kal mo run chat mi chale ne ben book re pa yam mi wale dom mo kule de ke boda kene woj mi wale gala shel
وقال صباح اليوم الطيارة بيرشيب جا ضربنا في مال اسمه الويل ده قيام دوم هناك دوم جزء من ولا كاونتي.
جنيه بقول يرون وانا لكن كنا سب نيديال تيجي ما كسب إنه من وقبه في دايجي كبين قلنا تقول كشرور ريد and reyata chaloika makal we never know dong belun jok ye che belun jok jen update dan dong de ne kam ye kurunwa namo anu che ku joju men dan jel ga de chi deployment me babelan je kor menong kane ne kon mot ne ndela chal mot ne na ter kan ulang
okay you gal tayara ja sabal yum darabum lakin ما في دانا وقف في محل الناس فيه ولا في محل الأفكار فيه وقف في مسافة بعيد وبعدين أصير أنا أنينا عرفناه النازل هم جايين يشاغلونا إنه في فلان كاونتي ونازل.
Imagine jika bena dunga bena liste ceben pan ke valie ceben ke gala shell beberu ke na ajene de na luek de shab de ke luek de ke lojok asmen roi kona ta ke ne mayot kon chap ke ne mayot ke gala shell ke ne mayon ne lakin jana ben surprise ke rei sire ne bukurunwang so nga ba kule nyogo tejo eje non ku mi nan don kule ben pan be bro ge ne je non chene book imagine nene je bochi commissioner me cha odo pan je ne ge na wo woro ni ge cha mu worun che lo ko do mo kwa na le book tin shop commissioner cha na book so che jojo ku mi jinu Sudan che lo nu je wo bine game je ne me che lo ngode la wo ngu che ako gwade
Go ahead.
وقال governor جا في بالي جا كلم مع ناس انه ناس ما يشاكل قال هم قاموا ما ضربوا سلاح في قال اجيال لكن بعد كوميشنر جا وناس معهم انه ناس ما يشاكلوا برضه قال بعد كوميشنر طياره جا ضربوا وده بوري انه النازل هم جايين يشاكلونا
ako gwade so yene ideal lenga tong nuare en fa kan lar update dung na ron wana cha baga pol tele michael montatin asmun right kon da tan na ire lakin men bila big threat me cha do go jo jen bela big threat ga gwan dial ko na tan itin so nader je baga gwa fan chong chine ye jogo che ote kor motor je sine motor ke almost 30 minutes in editing lakin all concept ko me panaje tuok tele na gwan budo ke tele na ram jete kon dia la concept
قال بعدين في ناصر قال اننا قاعدين في ناصر ما في حاجه اصل لكن كان ضربونا في بيام بتاع دوما هناك ياو بقينا زعلانين وجربنا شاكلنا معهم في ناصر عملنا نص ساعه 30 دقيقه ما في زول جاء مننا وانينا كويسين
ramakin live video da Majak belo lengi la gwa dana cha cheers gabana chene ben full fan dong te ga mal mijal ke all in all chata mal ta chi bagno chi gene book lakin goidu chine se be kod duar me min ko ne la gang o chi hadu cho bentin be da kel ne cheng be gen nong bo gen chimni ke nang rew dial ki diok dial te kam afanal binai kan okay anyways biata kamal jan update dan goro ba belari ne de kon dia le long lenga tong nuare ga dong chide gwar lakin de tong nuare leng me roi na ke je jan dai me chiro lat ka grown right now o chane bu kwen chale lel ka dom ka concept che manakun ke sep tele mashkele ke na ogje ke na je chige pendo ke chiro ri je lo ga malakal rasha we you never know what will enjoy gnei ekin ma so will enjoy المام biate kamal
Okay, that's the end of video.
وقال الناس حكومه كمان وكوميشن جابهم كشون السلام انه ما ناس جايين للحرب لكن رسلوا طياره وجا ضربنا ثاني في مال اللي اسمه لؤلؤ في دوما بيام ونايره ولان كاونتي هناك فانينا نحن عرفناه خلاص ناس زي الاداء بتاعنا هم جايين يشاكلونا وانينا جاهزين والطياره اللي ضربنا ده ورجع في ملكال لو هم 2 طائرات ولا 3 هم قاعدين الناس ما بنعرف يرجع بسيط الانسان لكن الله الواقف معنا نحن ناس قاعدين ندافع البلد ده هيكون معنا والسلام عليكم.
All right, thank you, Magog. Also, I have another video that I want to play. This video is coming from one video is from General Stephen Boyronyang. Give the advice that is in Tongnas too. And the other video that is very important is from General Yan Matthew, that he was in Clubhouse 2 weeks ago. I mean, less than a week ago, actually, before the violent breakout. That's the one thing that I want to play. And that is in English, so it's don't need a translation for that. But for the, let me see, for the, and for the General Stephen Boyronyang, that is the Tongnas, so it will need translation. So let me play the General Yan Matthew video. This is a very important.
My so because of
Okay. Okay, maybe somebody. Do you want to play for the Stephen Boy first, or what do you guys think?
Just play the one where the NILE Tongnaz before my go.
Okay, and then let me play for the Stephen Boy.
Chang a boy ron ya. Raya maladama gan wara dial. Especially in wara konta ke is anywhere. Ngan chang a boy ron ya. Raya ladama lade kui kuru mataga nasar. Na tarama.
قال اسمي ستيفن بوي رونيا وكلامي وانا الرساله بتاعي ماشي للنور اللي قاعدين في الشرق دي وانا اسمي ستيفن بوي رونيا
Kuru da network 2013. Ya sharp tong wan ya kana. Ya kana rai loka ka ya kana ka jikai. Wan wara dial go ta nor wanda yu kuru madan bo ka ta nor yu kuru ka makal. Ana na riu na wanda kon ta kuru kan kuru yo mashar dan kulu wanda sharp. La chalma wadan.
وقال لما الحرب بدأت سنة 2013 الناس الشاكل في اليد ياو ناس رونا وناس جيجاي ناس روم ناس وكتار منهم ماتوا ففي مشاكلات بتعريف قد يستخدم مواطنين بين وين القانين اللي ماتوا دين أغلبية منهم مواطنين اللي بيستخدم في الحرب ده
Goro bai lwetin ko na menang ko wadar mi koro ya jamaa cha gwa yenora wadar mi ka sharp den shi ne ken chiga rebel movement lakin mo ga mobilize ji America ba mo mobilize ne ro ji ayo na kon wan yi go kuma nana mo che goro ai me ga no yangan mata won mata ne ron wani an contact ne ko na kon ne de ben ka po na ga jikai che goro ai me.
Go ahead.
وقال الكلام انه يودوا مواطنين في حرب بين الحكومه حرب الحكومه كلام ده انا بقول ما داير طبعا نازل بعملوا له موبلايز نازل في افريقيا وناس هم ناس ايرو يابودوا المواطنين في مشاكل الى الحكومه وكلام ده انا ده ستيفن بوي انا ما داير كلام ده ما كويس
yangan mata won mata ne ron wani an contact ne ko na kon ne de ben ka po de ko mu ka ye e jola ngan wadar mi ka sharp te ten shi ne ken lakin wadar mi go bala askari jala askari ke yanji wadar mi kon daga nasar ke te kon da lo ta ga movement nan wani ta wani ta ayo tin ta kit gwangar wai dole ta movement dole tuta tin ka ta movement chol ga ga sin ka news Peter news show ba ta ga mu ko kuma ma rodun ka mu mana to na biu ye na ku
وقال في ناس تلفون له يقولوا له نانا قاعدين نجي قال الجيش الابيض ده المواطنين لو انتوا ناس لو وناس يكون يلوم الوايد عام لو دايرين تضموا لاي زول ضموا لاي فاكشن بتاع بيتو بتاع نيتو بتاع ايو عشان تكونوا عساكر تقدر تشاكل حكومه كناس عساكر فما يبوشوكم تخشوا في حرب بين المعارضات ديل مع الحكومه
kuma kana movement da kon ti la ye ko anai la ye ko kuma kana ida to rebel ti kon shala movement ti kon ta ga objective target ko kan ana ko na na kuma ta wuya ba wu shi ye na sharp ga kuma ti le sharp ti ye ga kuma sala wais ko ba tasira kuma ko na kuma ga no ye ga kuma je ye kana kuma dan ko an rebel movement to na charo di na kuma ba biu ye ga kuma lakini obi chap ya ratul ya buri ye go kuma na ma golo ko no wo ro dan ko me yaga no ra go ye kuma an chap tel ga adam mate ga ma joy no kuma ra wes kuma joy
اوكي وقال يا جماعه مواطن ما ملك مشاكل الحكومه طبعا هذا المعرض ديل بنادم يسمى نفوس الحكومه ديل يا وينهم هدف اللي هم مشاكل function here mafi motorin
there are a rebel movement lakini I support go magoro koro marodun ka ayo marodin go group no ken bia yo aji kuma te ye go kuma do ko na ma chi ye ne yenge jang ko jang bia go je wina ka rodin jang korba me au char ye jang kan noran da ye thona wal koran lakini no yen ye kum ko ne kum bia ye ma shar ma CDR la kan shola dolu ka ja jen nan maran kuma ata ye ne jang ke ye ne kuma ko ne da ka da kuma ta nuwar tin ta ji ko juba tin ngana tin su del ja ku ta
Thôi Mago. Mago.
ka bia cho le ye na kon ga jang bia ko le je wina ka rodin ka karo we no ra kon tin la bi gol te pe ke ba bur kala kon ye ke wan ye ke ja kon war baro shar ban u ye jang bi ya kur jang ngan kon war ka ta ma kor ma kuma ba ko le no ngen je bor ba ko to le bia ye kuma ana sha ga jama ngan shema tin ra me ga no yen ma kuma ma wo ma wa nasir ma jawo nasir wa shup ka nasir ru ba nyura nasir wa ora wa gori yen cha bia ye ya ko gori yen kele goro dia den ma nasir na goro ko ma nasir na wonu ta ga
Mago, are you around or you left?
والله ما قبل لكن نحن سمينا كل المسج بتاعه.
Okay.
هو طبعا بقول حتى وانتم زادوا قاعدين بقول قال ما تشيل شاكل دينكا عشان كده ما في حاجه بقول شغل بتاع دينكا ناس جاي من ملكال فوق زول بتاعكم بيقولوا CDR كونسول وبعدين الناس كتير فوق الجيجة فوق قبائل تاني ده ما قبائل بتاع دينكا وانتم لما تبوش انا بوشكم قال ما شيل شاكل ما دينكا ده دينكا ده ما دينكا باين كلها قاعدين شاكل ما زي جماعه دينكا ده حكومه قاعدين شاكل ماكو كان ما يبوشكم سيب الجيش بتاع الحكومه ماشي لناصر امشي لناصر لو طلع بعدين يمشي يفتشكم معلش واحد فيكم يمشي يشاكل ناس يدافع نفسه لكن ما تخش يبوشكم شاكل سو انا اساسا سميته طبعا اللوكانويل بتاعي ما كثير لكن ما فاجأ انا ما بسمع.
Very good.
It's okay. That's what he said.
Yeah, it's very good. Let me play the whole audio and then we will go back.
ji da ma tin ba ore ta ga ji na tin gara kwes ma kan wo kan nasir aka wo nasir lakin lo no wi ga ben shi ni kun wa man kun gor kan ga gor nyi kun ka la ga mu kan na la cha gor ya no che le gor re bola no che gor ni sha bia ro dun gang ko me te ye to gang ro dun kwes gang ro dun ni sha ne ko na kan na gor go kun kan ne ko na kan na gor go ko kun kan ne ko na gor man kun kan ne ko na gor ba le ro je kan ya ra gang ka chu ma gor na ma ra bol ma ku ma go na ra bol ya ko ngana ra bol taro ku ma gor nga til ma gor yi tin je go ana ba go yu nga jo ba nga jo wa ko jo ba jo ana lakin ma gor ja obi ayi go ku ma ro dun ka gurum dia le la to gar we dol ta guru chol ga ta guru do to ta guru yen ma yo ta guru wo ba na ko ter la halata yen na kan ga ku ma cha go ana la ro na we na da na da me ka na kor di da na tar ga lo kan me water me wona bo che ji ching da ni kul na nei ri na la sharp ko la ji bo ka nei da ni kwa nge ya na de ana mi je me ne ma na ga na ji ne ri ma char ro ji ne ka ri ma char ne lu na la sa la na go lo lakin da ga ni en sharp de jo ye ne na wa ko ja ma ra me ya na cha go la ro na wo me ya ga no ko arai ma pal ya ko kon rebel la to kon ni ta ko dor ko ku guru ba tal fakir ba ko go tal fakir ya fel ka kuma ya fel adala la ka kuma ko an tamma an kora kon nei ti na la dire o ba ko ter nei ko bu te di ko khut ma chai le nan dong ni na ngon nan die amma nang run ba jon arar ya la ka ba ko ru te ka ko ya yol ba yol ki real jin ji ran joro real ga mata ga fele madan ma wana jolo ngi na ga bonga ba mu jolo ba me no ba na lo tin bina ni kina re ala kan kori ayol ba yol tama lor sake kwes ma yen ma yen e goro bi yen de no achen ma ro ni jina bi akoro kap kel ga ayo bia kor ka bala ji ayo ti yen kan ko na ko mo na kan gum na ter on bia lo ne do wog na ter kan na kan na ter already on the ground na tin woni ji ayo mo lo ga ji dan ta ga na ter mo adwe ne ma ja kan no bia lo ne do wog na ter woni ngan sai mo fe mo kor ma cha gwa kor me ga no ngan lo no cha ba ya na yen cha ba thon ko kor ter lakin mai yen bia kor ter ma ro dun la ji na bia ya ji a cha ya nan ga da mi mo adab ye hadaf e dumre bol to kon lugi dar man ndu wish ba koren ba tere ken she kore bol di alwa romar kore bol di alwa romar ba kora ba gote kam le ka ro mara bram ya ye na mi yirje bi ya yo mai du yor bi yar kuma mi guiro bi long ter jiro ado bi ma yo gam guye wona bi ne yoken gor she ma kon ya romar kon chal ko UPA kon re bol kon ya romar go ba ko ter matara bol ken bag ka mar da ba kurgul ter bi yi no kuma kan jido lakini ba cha ba ka nang ba ko use e jama kon wor la ro sin korme ga no ayena dia da hotel baki dar ya pelo ajala dura bola kana kum a cha mo ma bla chembor ga na wolo na ba mai na botol ba wolo ba mai ba botol ba wa na lwadu ajen wa bi ko te tin ajen koru no koru ba jan wo mai du ka o te chunga ka mai no wo ba dia ajen kor bi koru tere koro chu kurma kana ji kuma ta wak na tar bi go pe na yi wak na tar bi cha ba cha bien cha ba mo bla ji a ji america ba jo yi ka yi ti yi da ji america gwa kan tin ngai ta ma ka do ni we ni dai men da ko ga dai men ba lon ko ga dai men ko ni ta ra ko ma no sha gwa ja ma ko na lu ro dan ngai ro la ta ba ne wa no ko ngu ne ko ti ya mu pe mu kan ngana skiri ja ko ta na ga dia ngai ro da ko lo ba bor to na kan ba buru mo je na tar kur malu da kur ba buru kur ma tibi ana ba ma wa ko ni ja ba buru ba chap rongan ba kana aja pa de na wa de na ka ba ngai jen dun de na ana rai ko wona jama wona na nan je bor kur ma wona la ne ya fal kan ma oi ne je bor je ja yut je bor je tani che na je tan lo ada ka mai da ram jen ba mai da bo ye chang ne ngan wa bor wa ngan wa ba mai bo wo te kur ni na chura mi juji wan kur kuma jona da belon wa nyi kuma lo ko kuma fi na ruwa ngana mo alba arama wa ko ta run wa wi kam ruwa bai kuiba bai kam lo je na rama yere ma shara ma jan na bata ke kam ne da ko dial ko da tara kur kan ya kamu ta ma ne dial tara kur kan lo dial ko ne liu ja kamu asada mu yo ga mo yen sha ba mu ma sha ba mu ya ga nan ma ngara ma yu sha bi ne dan wa ne ya ga nan na wa lakin la bi jojin ma guri jina berbila askari da binan ko la askari nan ko ya wona ne da shabda til ne da shabda te mai ko ya ba nan ko di ngai na ne da kon to je ya ngai ngai ya wona talima da ba ko go ngade chuta amma shamma ta lwa da talima da ba to je di rai ma kar na ngai ko ta ma la da ta ma ba cha ba pyo mo ne ro ken ne kon mo ye ma bla ken cha ba le kan go ba wona ne ta ma na ko kur kare tel kur mi ashar ma kur jana kan no shang ba ashar kur jana kan no ba tel mi al ku junu sudana kur mi to na wal ma kwal le kam jana kan no ba de ngai bo ko no ra ko ma te che to na wal kur lakin ba jo yin shab bia bi ye ko kum ba mo blai ji ayo ba mo blai ji america yi fa ba bur ye ko kuma to me na ba na wujuma ka she ki adab dun lo adab dun o mai du ma gang ne kwa ko shiendo loado wes biya gang kwa ko jin ma gor bila jesh man ro do cholga ka man ro do dertur man ro do garwe dol mer boy ron yang ayera mer bila askeri dan bay nan kor garwe dol bay nan kor boy ron yang bay nan kor nga bi kor ter la askeri mi yene no kum ana ma jama yenu ma ngana de ma ne nanga agole ma shala je kuma yar marga kuma wala ngada de ne la je kuma aja ko aja baga na tar wo chuba na taro ke chuba ga wulang aja ko wulang bal gor yen chabre hele ajan korun tar korun lakin mata ga maskara wana maskar kuma maskar kuma ja ko jona babur ka ne ta tin ka na ta na wanga ma gor ne ya kuma gor re do ar ya li kanya kai ju ne ta na ta biya ju biya bur kon ja ya kuma gor ne ji ayo ke ji kuma ko na salfa riya masha mana da kuma ta kuma ayo kana kuma wuri ala salfa ta tsin kai bai kullu jona na biya tar na ko bai moblai kan yan sha biya tar na kuma cha go no shi so nori aga tuka makal nori aga tuka ka bor aga tuni ga ala nori shabna tite mo kwana nori je na dar go na lu ne ya ko kurma chagwa cha kulkul chagwa ya no ma ya na tar ko biya tar jaro ku biya la je na ka gurmu ko ne la biya ko ru tar belare bola te ye ka kum lakin che yan shab ma biya bure ko ni ko kuma bai tu kuma ko kuma ye ko ye ku ye jang a jang ba ko le nyone ka rode a jang CDR ya na ta makala a dol do arun a tama CDR jang ba ha chagwa a jaro ay lu ya no ngan yi rai de pe wona ngan ba ron ya chukran.
Okay, so I have two more audio to play. I don't know if you guys want me to play those or you want to continue. Joseph.
Most of what this man said are correct. Is what's happening today. Exactly, he was cautioning them, not actually to temper, to go and fight the government because of someone is mobilizing the fight on their behalf. So Ronya or the boy, although he's an opposition now, although he's a rebel, I agree with him 100%. Yes. Nailed the nail on head. And this is how his statement can speak. Although I saw some people here say his mom is from Warab. It doesn't matter. He's already a rebel and he knows how to save life of human being. That's why he was actually giving advice. So his advice is very good. I should applaud. We should applaud what he was saying. Although we don't mention ideology, he was talking truth. There will be no any reason why millions could mobilize and go and fight the government and say. And he has also put something. By the way, this man is very good. He has said there's no war between Dinka and Nuer. There's already Dinka who's the president, but Riek Machar also is the vice president. They are sitting in Juba. Why do you come and fight the war here on behalf of someone who is sitting in Juba? What did Nuer gain from the war that was fought last time? And then the law has suffered a lot. They have actually paid years the pay price, but now someone is enjoying Juba, and you are not getting. So actually, the man was very good. Now, why don't we just go ahead rather than playing some other videos? I want to sleep. Here is midnight. Actually, is AM. It's going to 1 now. So I will be so interesting from you guys to get some more question. If you want me to stay around, I will only give you 30 minutes and then I close down and I sleep. Thank you.
Okay, that 30 minutes we will give 15 minutes. We have only 3 people, and then the other 15 minutes we give it to Madit to play the last video. So we share them because we have only Young Nation and the Kamis or Wangelo. And then, okay, so let's give 3 people and then Madit and 15 minutes, and the last 15 minutes play the video, and then Honorable can go to sleep the last 30 minutes. So, then Angelo make it 5 minutes so you can share the 15 minutes with the other 2. Angelo is
Angelo has not been around.
Then Kamis. Angelo, we cannot hear your voice.
It was then Kamis open on his mic already, and we cannot hear his voice clearly.
Then Kamis. Both of them, we cannot hear them. Angelo.
Change.
Then Kamis to Angelo. Angelo, then Kamis.
Skip them.
Young Nation, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, Joseph. Let me go to the point straight away. My greeting to the General Assembly, those who are down and those who are up. Somebody's mic is open.
Is there something?
It's Mayong.
No, it's not me. It's actually Denkamis who is actually speaking, but it's too far from the mic.
Go ahead, young nation, because we are running out of time. I'm not going to want to go to sleep.
Shukran. Thank you very much, Ajama. Like I said before, greetings to all of you in the room. Let me go straight to the point. We have listened to the audio that was played by Madit. That was Stephen Boyronya. You see, Stephen, in my observation, is the only person who holds the welfare of Nuer. Okay? Otherwise, the rest of the people, whether they live in the West, whether they are in South Sudan as politicians or intellectuals or traditional leaders or the so-called spiritual leaders, these people are just putting the lives of Nuer at risk. So we want to thank Stephen because we have had him on multiple occasions. One of them was Ido the Czech's room. So he must be thanked for that. But the question is, are white army and the wider population of Nuer going to listen to him? Because what I've seen, they don't listen to the voices of reason. They listen to the people who are full of destruction. Okay, but let me make that acknowledgement first. You see, Junubin, what is happening, the development in Juba and in Nasir should be of great concern to all of us if you are a true South Sudanese who love this country. The problem in South Sudan starts slowly like this, but then at the end, out of control. If people are not very careful or people are not serious, you take it from me, this might be the beginning of the out-scale war in the country. And the people who would be responsible are none other than SPLM-IO under Riek Machar and those who are pushing the white army in the country. The government of South Sudan has not done anything wrong. South Sudan is a sovereign country under the leadership of President Salva Kiir Mayardit. Salva is given rights and powers by the constitution of the country. The move that he did to send SSPDF to Nasir was a normal move, yani. The rotation, not disarmament. Okay? So you cannot say that if the country goes back to war, then the responsible person will be President Salva Kiir and government of South Sudan. No. This must be made very clear. Now, you see, Honorable Uwar, and most of you who spoke before, whether when I was here or when I was absent, it is wrong to term white army as innocent civilians. These are criminals, these are terrorists. The correct definition for the white army is these are militia of SPLM-IO. Because Riek Machar, in his brain, he thinks that he's the president of Nuer. Okay? And the government is the SPLM-IO. And the militias, therefore, are white army. Simple as that. You see, white army should be very careful because their activities are highly documented. It is not a surprise to some of us, not to the region, or even international community, because if you Google white army, the genesis goes back to 91. And the person who is rightly suspected as the architect is Riek Machar. Wallahi, to live for Mutahed, you can never escape that reality. It's true. So, should anything happen to the white army, and I'm sure a lot of things are going to happen, then the responsible party should be IU and Riek Machar. The strange thing is that the White Army, they don't learn lessons. That's the problem with them. Because the events of 2014, briefly after the eruption of violence in 2013, should have been enough for them. Big lesson for them, because majority of them perish. Majority of them perish in central Equatoria, especially the Mandari areas and Bor area, when they attempted to move to Juba in big numbers, because what they use is what is referred to as human wave. That they use population, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000. Kalam Zeda is disaster to them as a community. And this is exactly what Stephen Boy is saying. If you want to involve in politics, you don't do that while you are a civilian. Make a decision. You either join any movement. You have a lot of movements, violent movements. A community that is not organized. In Upper Nile, there are two communities, poorly organized. Aulat Yantoida, Indum Kamasa, Indum Kam, Indum Riak Machar, Indum Stephen Boy, Indum Chol Gaga, Indum Munutani. Kutar more than 5. Indum Gwertut. Exactly the same thing is true with Aulat Nikang. Aulat Nikang Indum Shuru, Indum Riak, Indum Lama Kon, Indum Manyoti Adigo wala Diga Nyoti, Indum Muloy, Indum Pagana Mo, Indum Waham Tani, operating for garage UK, and Bugulinu Denka came from Senegal. This is a sign of people who are not organized. Nas Gulubu Kubar, they want to be CSC, they want to be leaders, they are not organized. For you to make sense in politics, you must have self-organization. What I want to say is this. Anna, I'm one of the people who believe that we should not live in denial. It's okay. Thank you. Anna, my concluding remark is this, okay? You see, I'm one of the people who believe that we should not live in denial. I think Nasir is under the control of the White Army. But the question is, for how long are they going to stay there? How long is Nasir going to be under their control? Those who are celebrating now, they must prepare to mourn, because what is coming is very big. Kalamdeder in Bulukways, Uzul and Bugulom, this also is Stephen Boy. But they don't listen to Stephen Boy. What had just happened to Nasir would be akin to what happened to Bor, Bantiu, and Malakan. Remember Zamana Jama, when they took over these areas? When the agreement was signed in 2018, were they there? And it was IO, fully armed, with government ammunition and guns and so on. Bad food. People who barely have something to eat, let alone securing weapons. These terrorists must be told to evacuate, because it's not going to be good with them. And for government of South Sudan, because this is my piece of advice, Honorable Dua, you take this with you. It is very important. If the government of South Sudan and SSPDF want to succeed in this operation against terrorism in South Sudan, the government of South Sudan must consider Eastern Upper Nile. You should not troop that. Juba and Addis Ababa must control that angle between Gambela and Eastern Upper Nile. And then you launch counter war against terrorism in Sudan, against these people. This year, 2025, White Army, no government in Sudan is not very careful to crush and disarm these people for the Bukun Katir. 2025 should be a year to completely come up with a very strategic military solution to the issue with the White Army. Because
yeah, appreciate you. Let's give
Shukran, thank you very much.
Yeah, and then just wait. After video, we'll have enough time to speak.
I'm thinking that to go and open our field marshal space to talk, because here is not enough. Yeah, shukran, thank you very much.
Then Kamis can in 5 minutes, 1 minute like Charles, and then we'll go back to Madit.
I hope you hear me now.
Yeah, now you could.
Oh, okay. Yeah, anyway, I don't know what happened. So I tried to exit the room from that, and it wasn't good. Thank you. Let me greet Comrade Madit, South Sudan Eagle Media, all the speakers, including our Honorable Duarte, the member of the Parliament. My greeting to all of you, all the panelists and the audience. Let me start by putting in my 5 minutes. Uh, this message is going to the government of South Sudan, particularly yourself, Honorable. There's nothing to play down. The rebellion started in that location, and it's not going to stop. Should we believe that the Nasir town is not in the hand of IO? No. I'll say no. That's not true. I said it in this room not 2 weeks ago, I guess. If not, it might be 1 week. I said.
So 1 week ago.
Okay. 1 week ago, I said it here. These people are getting military supplies, military aid from Ethiopia. And the government of South Sudan is not listening, is not having a very good intelligence. You are just basing your argument in Juba. You want to exchange forces, or the political forces, day and night, degree in and out. But the security is being actually isolated. And I salute Comrade Akoriko. His action now is going to cost us. I know people, when you become security organs, member of the security, you gain a lot of enemies. But sometimes you have to be given a credit. So I'm saying here, comrades, we are not in good terms. The IO and our young nations already said it. I said it long ago, and I don't want to keep repeating myself. By the time you are fired guns, weapons, you are totally armed. There's nothing called armed civilian in this world. You are totally armed, and you are subject to cause harm or be harmed by somebody. So I will say here, let me stop there, and I will add later on because I'm at work. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Charles,
take 1 minute.
You can look at 2 minutes, man. Just and I will go. All right. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, Madit. Thank you, Board, and also thank you, Young Nation. Right. You see, when I came up earlier, all right, I'm not government, so I'm not opposition, but I believe I just some reality, because if we are saying the reality, you will save the life. But sometimes when people lie, even when we're in SPLA, if they were defeated by the enemy, they say, yeah, we withdraw. You know, they can't catch them down with the SPLA. Like in Hajj Hassan in Nasir, what happened in Nasir here? This is the Riek Machar IO, okay, defeat the SPDF and then hand over the town to the white army. This is the moral hustle, this is the reality. Now, look, Hajj now, and most of you will not talk about it. Baburat, okay? Baburat right now, they're supposed to go along. Baburat, we're going to dummy. They are saying they want to go back to Malakal because JJP Baburat right now, they refuse to go to Nasser. You mark this one. I know it's not good news, but JJP Baburat now, they say they are refusing. They are refusing, they say they are going back to Malakal. You know? And this is the situation we are. El Asla, Gari Shamal, it's not Ethiopia United. It is the North. The North is supplying it. Not all of it. William Mashar knows all these issues. What is happening here? That's not. Hold on. Yeah, let me speak. Hold on.
hold on. Don't argue with me. Just let me give my information before you give yours. That's fine. You're not there. Just let me put mine. Yeah. So this is the situation. So young nation, these people, Alfi Babura, they're going back to Malacca. Babura them Taoling, they say no. Madarin Babura Tarim Shidamuru. So there's a lot of chaos in Upper Nile. And thank you for that. But
thank you so much. Madit, can I go ahead and play the videos and then the honorable Duak say final word and about them, you know? And then I come back to Young Nation and one more.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Joseph. Actually, these are the two video that generals. One general is a general in NAS. His name is General Ian Matthew, and he speak in Clubhouse less than a week ago. And before this violence happened, that's why we want to play these voices, been to hear, because there was a red flag all over, seeing the crisis in Gaza. So let me play this and then the other one. And these are they are in English, so there's no translation there.
Clear. Welcome. John Chang Awal Haja, what is going to happen? Kalam the mind to alagama disarmament. Kalam the shakla adil tato. Wanatai, I want to be very clear, open, and transparent for the first time, because this decision that I have taken now is not going to change until Salva Kiir is defeated. So, John Chang, allow me first of all to just pass clear messages.
You are free. You are free. You are free. Just speak unless your network is not good. You are free. Nobody open the mic. Nobody ask any question. You are free. The room is for you. The floor is for you. That.
Thank you. Awal haja kongshol ahuja malakal maolunj mawahid ismu bonnon zaidan wahid ismu mabor dol zaidan dubat kutar bita jihaz amn kutar and MI. In war philosophy is a tagir tagul ma bijib nas da kullu. John Chang tabarif jesh wa Harun philosopher. You can help me later on. في حاجة بيجيب 2 deputies of chief of staff عشان normal change بتاعت army. جوا في ناس قال عنده 11 ولا 7 سنة ما غيروا وكلام ده ما صح. Every now and then they have been changing and forces ده 100 200 كده all these long عشان أنا داير أوضح حقائق معين للجنوبيين. This is number 1. Number 2 اللي بيجيب ضباط كبار زي ده شنو؟ نمرة 3 3 باخرة، الباخرة الكبيرة واثنين صغار بواخر بتاعت أولون ده. طبعا ديل بواخر very advanced. ما في أي سبب بخليهم يمشوا ناصر. The idea is now very clear. الidea هو إنه يطرد ناس في أولان، يعمل كنترول لأولان، يعمل كنترول لناصر forever. بعد ذاك يشيلوا جيجمير، يشيلوا مكير، يشيلوا مدين، ويجي يقفلوا باب بتاع ملوى القاوث خور مشار طوال توباغاك and then leftward to Gilo to Uboth طوالي لأكوبا وبوشالا and then بعد to eastern Equatoria. يعني is a war بيجي بطريقة تانية لكن الناس ما عارفين. And I know الاريا ده very well. أنا حقيقة أنا داير أوريكم. كان في زول جه فكر قال لي جيش تكون شول ده قال جروا ناصر. كلام ده ما بيجاوي نسوفوجو بعد 2 weeks from now or 10 days. Brother John Chang, you will get back to me يا جنوبيين. واسمعوا كلامي ده كويس. And John Chang, I am not afraid any time from now that I have been to the height. I've been moving in the field, but I am telling you personally that I will be commanding this force. With David Biel, asma kalam da koyi zai akwai I am going to command this force personally. وده شكل الجد أنا ما بجيف إلا يا أنا متى ياهم يا force بتاعكم soldier is back ويبرجعوا لحد جوبا وبنتابع لحد جوبا ده كلام هسه you are taking it as a joke but let us talk after a few days from now يا force ده يرجع ده مسكر جاهز أصلا ده موضوع ما تشيلوا قال دليل قال بتاع disarmament أكاب حاجة now I want to pass some messages لأولاد بتاع upper nine جونوشان ساتكم أنا أولاد إيكوتوريا القاعدين في ملكال وفي أي حتة تانية it is a high time إنهم يطلعوا برا من الجيش بتاع السلفة ده ولو في أي زول عنده كونتاكت معهم help us please خلوهم يطلعوا برا ده كلام أنا داير أوريكم ليه نمرة 2 انتوا أولاد بتاع upper nile ما بان زايد النوير وتشلو please talk to your people وجين بتاع أبدان القاعدين في upper nile please talk to your people ده كلام أنا بوريكم ليه أي زول قاعد جنب بحر أو قاعد في شارع رئيسي خليه يلملم عفشه من هسه get to the swamps لسه في شوية سمك في swamps لسه بتاكلوا هناك شيل الذرة حقك from today to tomorrow لأنه اشتباك لما يقول ما بنرحم أي زول ده موضوع ده ما قال وايد عامي ما وايد عامي ده أنا ين personally talking to you ين بتاع كلاب هاوس اللي تكون جي أسمع كلام تو ده I am commanding it personally وأنا أصلا ما أقدر ألعب في الموضوع ده and I hope my messages are very clear ين go ahead فهذا اللي أنا ما دايره I don't want a tribal war لكن أنا let me tell you the truth إنه هسه as I'm talking to you الناس ديل they will be using المواطنين زي دروع بشرية and you know that very well Commander BL وكوماندر روجا هم جيش بتاع السلفة ده بعد شوية هيخشوا في بيوت بتاعت ناس و they want to control everything هم اتحركوا امبارح بالليل ونحن منتظرين ده كلام ما كلامكم صحيح ما عندنا أي حاجة لكن قلبتها we will fight and this is going to be last war وأنا جونوشان مبروك عليكم عن حاجة اللي بدأ في هيستوري إيكوتوريا ده let it not stop very soon إتكم بلغوا أنا هناك نتيجة let us finish الموضوع بتاع upper nile ده this week ولا weeks to come and it is going to be deadly I'm sure about this عليك الله جونوشان غير أي كلام بتاع democracy secularism وياتو ده وقفوا please I beg you my brother كلام بس كلي شكله كلي الناس حاربوا بعدهم في الجنوب yes وانتوا ما تخافتكم تاني انا شخصيا انا I want contributions عشان انا دار بيت القاد ما في دولة اللي بيساعدوا انا but I'm going to fight وما عندي زول اللي بيودي لي انا فالجنوب اللي عنده قلب please help us وانا متاكد ده يا هو شكل اخيره ده I don't want to comment about politics and كلام فارغ بتاع سلفة جاب منو وودي منو I have been following some of them I have not been following لكن كونسول ده ولدنا يا جونوشان he was in Iowa yesterday امبارح ده وانا اللي بتكلم معاك ده ولد عمي انا شخصيا I'm crying now because we اهو بيجيب لنا الجيش بتاع سلفة عشان قروش ومن الولدنا يا هو يجيب لنا جيش ومن ده كان المفروض لو وصل ملكال كان ما يرجع جوبا كان يدوك صدره كان ما يرجع جوبا ولا كان يرجع جوبا من هناك يلقوا فرصة نحن بنفتح لهم طريق but now they have chosen another route and والله another route and والله أنا عمري I have been fighting under command بتاعت ناس تانيين لكن هسي أنا am commanding الجيش ده أنا شخصيا أنا am commanding it ما داير أسمع كلام أي زول تاني not and not حاجة اللي أنا داير من الجنوبيين بليز أجيفوا معانا بس أجيفوا معانا. We shall stand with you, Matthew. We shall. Thank you. لو عندكم سؤال you can ask. كلامي انت I want to go because we are very busy. We are very busy following closely the movement بتاع الناس ده. لكن ما في زول let nobody perceive you جوجان قال ده disarmament. حاجة ده كبير. So حاجة واحد بس الآن to change a force in Nasser. Can a force simple things. I just came to give you clear message so that nobody comes to Clubhouse and lies to you and makes fabrications that this army is going to change a force in Nasser. Can a force of 1,500 be changed by a force of 9,000? Jamuchang, is there such a thing in the army like that? Can a simple force be changed with jets? Taban jets are going to come and we know them already where they are now. In the we have got intelligence. Whom they think they will chase us with their jets and the barges without owning them. Like let me tell you, not even one barge will go back to Malakal. Not even one. Uchang, let me tell you this. Like what I'm worried about, Muatinin bita Upper Nile. Talk to our people. Let them distance themselves from Shoal bita Olwinda. Let them distance themselves from Shoal bita Sholton, ma Kongchol, ma Mabordol, ma Zola Canada Ismu Bonmoon. The command Bonmoon is from Nasser. Yani Kongchol is from Nasser. Kada imagine our chunk. Bonmoon Dazato is from Nasser. وكل 5 days they are أولاد على النيل ذاته. They signed peace yesterday. حتى هم راجعين قال يجي يشاكلوا مع أولادهم to disarm them. Can you see this world how unfair it is. لكن talk other things. It is a fight. Like go on. Matthew, I understand you cool down. I understand.
Okay, so let me finish there. Let me stop right there. So let me move to the next audio from General Duar Tut Duar. So he's one of the general chairman of SSRM/F.
When you get fast, reliable home internet from Verizon, you also save on entertainment you love.
Implement the security arrangement as stipulated in the 2018. Other parties to the agreement are not involved. In fact, for the
Liberty Mutual has savings for all. Mary had a little.
What did you say?
I'm saying is that Henry Woodward?
Oh, that is the president Henry. Okay.
Yeah, it's called Henry Woodward, the former deputy chairman of the commission.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Other parties to the agreement are not involved. In fact, the disarmament of civilian or civil population is welcome, and it is very important if we want a sustainable peace in our region, in our country. All what we requested from the government of Salva Kiir is to implement the security arrangement as stipulated in the 2018 revitalized agreement on the resolution of the conflict in the Republic of South Sudan. Said that instead of using tribal militias, the government will be able to use a unified national army. Now the forces were ordered to move to Ulam and Nasir. The White Army made it clear that they will not allow Shola and Dinka militias who killed their innocent Nuer in 2014 in Malakal to come and disarm them in Ulam and Nasir in 2025. So they prepare themselves to encounter this disarmament because they are for disarmament after the reunification of forces. So on the 22nd of February 2025, the state government informed the White Army that the governor, the deputy governor, the commander of the 2nd Division, the SPLM state secretary, and the state ministers will come to have a meeting with the White Army. So the White Army prepared themselves to receive their governor or the government of their state to come and meet with them. So on the 24th, that is yesterday, 24th of February 2025, the government delegation arrived in Galashel, the last Dinka area before entering the new territory. The White Army were waiting for the government delegation to come to them in Dama today, the 25th of February in the morning. So they were preparing themselves to receive their governor. While waiting for the government delegation, only 2 attack helicopters, gunship, arrived and start attacking them, attacking the youth in Dama and the nearby cattle camp called Norman. Being a son of that area, because one time I was a commissioner of Ulang, and there was a time also I was a governor of Sobat State, and Sobat means Nasir and Ulang, plus Baliet and Akoka. So as some of that area, if the government has taken the wrong decision, I should stand with my people. So I condemn this hostile attack on civilians using gunship. If gunship was to be used after the White Army attacked the forces, okay, we'll say there's no big problem. But the White Army were waiting for their government to come and talk to them, maybe to convince them. And it is now a gunship coming to attack them. So I condemn this hostile attack on civilians using gunship, while the civilians were waiting for their government to come and talk to them. I also condemn the governor of Upper Nile State by deceiving the youth, the White Army, that he was coming to the area to come and meet them, while the youth were preparing themselves, waiting to receive their governor. Only the gunship came and attacked them. The governor will be accountable for the consequences of this action, or his action. Being accused of mobilizing the White Army or the youth, the White Army have their own system and mechanism of mobilization. I don't need to mobilize them. They know how to mobilize themselves. They are organized on their way. The situation in Wulang and Nasir has been stable since 2018 after the signing of the revitalized agreement, except inside Nasir and surrounding, because the SSPDF in Nasir always try to attack the use of the civilian inside Nasir and surrounding. My involvement with the youth, because they said I mobilized the youth, and now again that I'm involved in what the youth are doing. We are a political movement struggling against the regime of Salva-Kiir, working to fighting to change the regime of Salva-Kiir. The reason why we are fighting Salva Kiir is because the regime is mistreating the people of South Sudan. The regime become tribal. I don't want to talk of nepotism and the corruption. So if Salva Kiir decided to come and fight civilian, to come and massacre my people the way he did in 2013 in Juba, I must do my best to protect them if I have means of doing it. I didn't involve in what the White Army was doing. I didn't mobilize them. They mobilized themselves. But when things come to where we are, they contacted Dr. Riek Machar because they said Dr. Riek Machar was the one who engaged them in 2013-14. Or so they fought for Riek Machar in 2013 and 14. And if the government of Salva Kiir is not happy with the White Army of Nasser, it's because they fought for Salva Kiir, for Dr. Riek Machar. So Dr. Riek Machar, are you going to help us politically, diplomatically, or logistically? That means if you can do it politically, you are a decision maker like Salva, you stop this action of Salva Kiir and his forces, if you can make it. Dr. Riek told them that you cannot, you will not be able to do it. Okay, diplomatically talk to the world. Let the world know that we are in difficulty. So he couldn't do it because he's the first vice president. And logistically, he said he cannot do anything. This is where the White Army said we need to have an alternative, someone that can protect us, someone also who can talk to the world about what is happening to us. That is it. It is not me who involved, but these are civilians who don't know where to go because they were waiting for their president, for their governor to come to rescue the situation. Only gunship came and attacked them. This is where the White Army thought it likewise to see an alternative. And then they contacted me and they told me what has happened and how. So that is it. And if I have force and power to protect my people, I will do it. I will protect the civilian. Because I've not gone, I didn't go to Juba and attacked Juba. I didn't go to Malakal and attacked Malakal. The White Army didn't go there to attack Malakal or Galashia. But they say they must remain in their area to protect themselves from that forces, the militia forces coming to disarm them. So now, if the gunship start attacking them, if I was to have something to protect them this morning, I would have done it. And if there's something that I will be able to do from tomorrow onward, I will do it. And I will be responsible for the consequences of my action. Thank you very much. I'm Dertu Dermakwet, the chairman of South Sudan Reform Movement and South Sudan Reforms Fighters. Thank you very much.
Okay, so that you have.
Can you get fast, reliable?
You have it. So these are the videos that I'm playing, guys. So because those are the boys go out before that war break out on Friday. So Joseph, I will come back to you. And for those of you who are watching in Facebook and YouTube and X, you can join us in Clubhouse. So I will close down the studio, and then you guys can join us, and the discussion will continue in Clubhouse. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. Joseph, you can take over from there. So so thank you everybody for watching. So those are the issues going on in the country. Join us in Clubhouse, and then we will go ahead discuss more. So thank you for coming by and watching.